Let's stay hard. Let's stay on hard mode. I'm hard.
Let's fucking stay hard, boys.
And let's do it with the spinner. I got the level 2 spinner, which means it's really powerful.
And you know what? With one hand tied behind my back.
Those are your words.
One hand tied behind my back, one eye tied around my chin.
You would die.
She says you. Here I go.
Sorry I didn't say anything to all of you. You're only now learning that Sheik was Zelda.
I had to distract the fact that I'm wearing really awesome pants. Y'all would not stop talking about it. Oh, guys, Zelda's wearing pants. Ooh. Sheik always wears pants. She never gets asked about her pants. Anyway.
It's a little... I was just gonna go with a different thought, but, I was like the trope. It's really stupid. It's when a bunch of characters are around and then one of them's like, alright, guys, I gotta tell you something. And then, they're, walking, or it cuts to, a shot of them, in a completely different area, and then they go, so what were you gonna tell us? It's 4 hours could have passed by that point.
Minnie's got long arms. Ooh.
I'll drink too much. Ganondorf!
Oh, what do you know?
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, that's such a surprise.
Says the surprise voice of Dakota.
They love that one.
I like how this Ganon actually looks a lot like fucking Horny Dorf that people are drawing a lot.
Rehydrated Ganon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ganondorf in this game is, gorgeous, and I love it. See, there's no way you're gonna fight Ganondorf. He is super powered. I got his powerful weapons. I got the trident for him, which is absurd because it's really powerful, but also you attack so fast. And I barely used C at all. So she's level 20, he's level 50.
She seems to be doing well for herself.
He's giving her a false sense of security. He's totally gonna drop from the sky and just drop kick her.
With the Gate of Souls,
Brenna, I want Ganon to step on me.
Link and his enemies united. Sheik was at last revealed as Zelda, relieving much worry about her fate. Meanwhile,
Brenna, no.
Ganondorf had recovered 3 of his 4
Yeah, everyone's glad Zelda's alive, but what happened to Sheik?
He chose to leave Sia's body, her usefulness at an end.
Puts on the mask and, ties up her hair. Sheik, thank goodness you're here. Where'd Zelda go?
I wish you were here. Zelda was just here.
Yeah, see, it's not very fun to play.
Using
honestly.
powerful rituals to strengthen her forces, she redoubled her attacks on Hyrule. But all was not lost. Zelda directed her forces to the Temple of the Sacred Sword.
But not all was lost. There's one thing right here.
This bug on the map.
All the way over there.
This one.
See that your Triforce has returned. Oh, thanks, I didn't notice. Actually, thank you. I thought we were fucked.
Do you guys think I can get my own Triforce in the shape of a square?
No.
So I'm gonna ignore what she said anyways, so she won't be overtaken soon.
The Trifor.
The Quad Force. Which just sounds like a brand of ATV.
Or a razor.
Maybe that's the brand that Link's motorcycle is. Except there's only 2 wheels, Jacob.
The Biforce.
The Biforce, there we go.
Yeah, Zant's a bit wild. When you do his combos, you fill up a meter, and if you fill up that meter, he basically falls on his ass.
Plop.
Because I believe in him. Oh man, they do?
We make haste for the Temple of Sacred Sword. Turns around, here it is.
I found it.
Oh, the theme for this area fucking rules.
How do we know Link is ready? Well, have you seen him do a kickflip?
Link Pro Skater 4.
I would buy that if Tony Hawk somehow gets a revival and you can play as Link on a skateboard. I would pay so much money.
Then there would be a game with numerous real-world skaters and Link.
Hey, look, wasn't like Spider-Man a playable character in one of the?
Yep. Spider-Man was in
And
Pro
Shrek.
Skater 2. Shrek was in Underground 2. Billy Joe Armstrong was in American Wasteland.
That makes too much sense.
Wasn't like Bam Margera's father also a playable character?
Yeah, he was in Underground 2. Bill. And he was just in his underwear the entire time. Because Underground 2 was a jackass game.
Only buy this game if you're a jackass. That would be like the marketing.
That's not what I meant. I meant that, like, not only, like, it had Bam Margera, Wee Man, Steve-O. It was the plot, it was a jackass plot. How about that?
The show Jackass. Not
Yes.
that it was for Jackass.
I mean, I would have been one of those jackasses. Underground 2 was great, but its plot was stupid, especially compared to Underground 1, which actually had a pretty decent story.
I've discovered a seal statue. It has Agatha and Midna. Or so it looks.
I hope they're okay. Well, at least for Midnight. I don't really care about the bug one, but still.
Agatha kinda sucks.
Yeah. Fuck her.
People in the threads have been pointing out, you know, she's kind of powerful. She's good for bosses, but she sucks.
I like the lip smack into... Yeah, she kind of sucks. Like we all just got near the water cooler and then you're like looking at your cup and you looked up. Yeah, she kind of sucks.
Just talk about a coworker, and she just walks in. Agatha, the
The entomologist, for whatever reason, is at a software company.
The entomologist secretary in the technology company.
studying bug programs, you know? Oh no, she gets bugs out of programs. Now that makes sense.
The other day, pulled out a cicada.
They're called bugs. They're not. Quit calling bugs after actual bugs. Nothing I'm saying is making sense.
Don't worry, Jacob, I'll buzz off.
Good. I'm reporting you to HR for this.
Harry Reid.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything. The only thing I had was Hornet Rambler, and that made no sense.
That's just their screen name.
That's just the cousin of Cricket Dazzler.
I was like, HR. Let me think of a bug joke. I have none. Damn it.
Oh, CJ asked you if you're still playing Minecraft.
Yeah!
They're not in call.
Damn it!
Answer them in chat. Because they don't want to watch this stream. Yeah, it's... because Brenna, it's from the Grimrock LP, which you should totally watch because it's brilliant. I've been saying brilliant a lot because there was this one, like, I don't even remember. I don't even remember the joke itself. I just remember its delivery in a Cat Icarus video that he did for Crash Twinsanity. He was just talking about, like, I don't know, he was talking as someone talking to Cortex to do something. It's like, hey Cortex, how about you and I go do that, blah, 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 it'll be brilliant. And ever since then, I've just been calling things brilliant a lot.
Oh, I have to keep Midna safe.
Of course.
Pulling the giant bomb out of nowhere. You've been doing that all level, but I just now noticed.
I did not mean to do whatever I'm doing here. That was the wrong button.
What the
Link just wanted to show off a little bit of his new way to open that chest.
No, I like to imagine he doesn't know why he's doing that either. It's like, what's happening? Nope, I don't want to do this. I just want to open this chest, please.
Kills like half the army by accident.
So, this week, since my cat puked on my Nintendo Switch dock, don't ask.
Alright.
Uh,
I mean, there's not much more detail you can give.
Yeah, like, I was kind of like, you know, like, cut, print, paste, that was kind of it.
But yeah, anyway, the Martian, why? His name's Martin, not Martin.
I think we can assume that was a typo.
Yeah, it was a funny one, though. Anyway, my fucking short story is that since I had to go to the game store that I like so much to get it repaired, they did it for me real cheap. I'm happy for that. I naturally looked around. I found 2 games that I've been looking for ages. I found Sonic and Knuckles and Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That game's stupid expensive for some reason, but I got it for like $40 after a coupon. And I'm happy about that.
Nice.
You've been talking about Tenkaichi 3 for like years now.
I feel like it because, well, maybe a year, because I've only recently been getting into game collecting, and I've only recently realized how stupid expensive that game is for some reason.
I'm assuming part of the reason is probably because it never got re-released, is my assumption.
Well, none of the Budokai... Well, actually, no, Budokai 1 and 3 got HD remakes, but they had to change the music in Budokai 3, because apparently it was all very much... It was all very much taken, stolen music, which is a shame, because that game has an incredible soundtrack. Anyway, I think the reason Tenkaichi 3 is so sought after is because, A, it's a pretty good game, B, it has, like, every Dragon Ball character you can think of up to that point in it, and I think that's why people want it so much, just because the fan service is off the chain. Like, think of an obscure Dragon Ball character, and I'll tell you if they're in the game.
Lunch.
No, well, they have to be a fighter, at least. Like, Bulma's not in it, because she doesn't really fight. Like, with very few exceptions, like, they have to be at least somewhat competent fighters.
Janemba.
Yes,
Damn.
both forms.
Wow, actually fucking got.
And his stage.
I don't know.
Chad, give me some obscure Dragon Ball characters. I'll tell you if they're in Tenkaichi 3. No cheating if you've already played the game.
No using Google now.
That
Bard.
big...
Bardock would be an easy choice. So.
A Rayleigh? Yes. Rayleigh is in that game. Bardock is too, but Bardock's in a lot of DBZ games.
Yeah, he's in Dragon Ball Fighters. And apparently he was broken for a while.
Vinegar? No, but isn't he associated with Garlic Jr., who is in that game?
Captain Blue.
You mean General Blue? Yes.
Fuck you, really?
Yeah, he plays General Blue. Yeah, inverse flip. Vinegar's not in the game, but Garlic Jr. is. Commander Red? No, I don't think so. The guy with the mustache? Again, they have to be fighters. He doesn't really fight.
He has an eye patch.
Yeah.
So, you know, that proves that he's sick.
Proves that he's tight.
I mean, ill, but okay.
Oh, okay. Black guy from the Red Ribbon Army? No. I'm surprised, though. He actually could fight.
Yeah, well, in a robot, but still.
True, but Pilaf's in the game in his robot.
He doesn't fight. I mean, yeah, with robots and stuff, but, like, he's a wuss.
Yeah, well, he's in it. See, like, other notable ones are Nom, Android 8, some Devil Man.
I know who
Yeah.
you're talking about, but it's just the fact that that's what he's called.
Bobbity.
Does she even fight, like, at all? I thought she just summoned fighters.
I think Bobbity is isn't Bobbity yeah, Bobbity's a guy. But I don't know, but he uses like a crystal ball and smacks you with it. Karen the cat or Korin. Okay, it's Karen in the manga, Korin in the anime. No, swap, whatever.
Corrin!
Korin. No, he's not playable, and that surprises me too. Master Roshi is. King Cold? Yes, he plays King Cold.
Goku's mom.
Mom? No. I don't think we know Goku's... I don't think Goku's mom has ever appeared. There is this female Saiyan named Fasha. I don't know what the fuck she did, but she's in it. King Yama? No.
I'm assuming she was in one of the Bardock episodes of the movie or whatever.
I think. Mr. Popo? No.
But he actually does fight. Like, he never
I know.
actually got in, like, a big fight, but he did. Like, at least in Dragon Ball, when all the side characters mattered, like, he was a threat, and he did train Goku.
You know, like, when you have a game that has over 170 characters, it's kind of entitled to say this character should have been in it. But there are a few, like, weird omissions that they probably could have fit in there.
Vegeta's dad, is he in it?
Yes, King Vegeta is playable. And another thing, pretty much every Saiyan that has a tail has a Great Ape form. Even if they don't actually turn into Great Apes in the show. Like, he plays Great Ape Raditz, Great Ape Nappa, Great Ape fucking Fasha.
I was probably right next to the imposter and didn't see them.
Yeah, there's been some hate for this level in the chat. Is it actually that bad?
Not really, but then I am overpowered.
Oh, right.
You're overpowered, and you have a glidey thing that you've been riding the whole time.
I'm just enjoying myself. Is it Lana? It is Lana. Fuck you, Lana. How dare you?
Nerd.
Green alien that stops time by holding his breath. That sounds very familiar. I don't think so.
Time freeze.
Oh no, Goldo. Yes, Goldo is playable. All of the Ginyu Force is playable.
Alright, I feel like this is bullying by this point.
Oh, not yet. Now it is.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised I've never played Hyrule Warriors considering how much I love the Samurai Warriors series. You know, that your comment made me think, a Dragon Ball Warriors game just like this, I'd play that. Like, with all the fucking characters and shit, like, if it was ever possible to make another game that had as many characters as Tenkaichi 3, that would be really good.
I'm sure they could do it. I'm sure they'll get to it at some point. I mean, if One Piece can have One Piece Pirate Warriors 1 through 4. I'm sure Dragon Ball can get one at some point.
Right. And they announced the Switch version of one of those games, too. I'm surprised there hasn't been a Dragon Ball Warriors, come to think of it. Or maybe even just a Shonen Jump Warriors.
I still think they should do a Shonen Jump game, but just do it the same way they did Dragon Ball Fighters.
Right. I was about to say, like, there's Jump Force, but that game's apparently not very good.
It's not bad. It's more. It plays more like a Smash Brothers clone.
What?
But you know, just filled with characters that I say Smash Brothers. It depends because like the handheld ones look like it, but like it's more or less like an open world kind of fighter thing where it's like a 3D fighter, you know, where you're just like, oh, you have a big field and you run around like an idiot and you can very easily just escape your opponent, that kind of thing.
Huh. When you said it's basically an open, at that point my brain finished it as open face sandwich.
What the Jump Force games are like, it's kind of like an open face sandwich. You expect like quality, but then it's just all fucked up on the inside because you looked into it.
I mean, that sure sounds like what it was, because I remember when it was announced, I was pretty hyped for Jump Force, but that hype died down pretty quick.
I was excited too, but the gameplay itself, just after a while, it's just like, man.
It looks kind of like a Tenkaichi game, honestly. Is it anything like that?
I think if Tenkaichi is like a 3D open, because I didn't play any of the Tenkaichi.
Yeah. It's an open world. It's like an open world arena fighter where it's like you fight in these big stages. You can move around freely.
Yeah, arena fighter. That's what I was thinking of. It probably most likely plays like that. And I don't mind those kinds of games, but I like it more when it's like a traditional, like, you know, one fighter on the left side and one on the right, and then you have like one or two like partner characters that you can switch to or like assist.
Right. Isn't it like all those Naruto fighting games? Yeah, kind of like the Ultimate Ninja Storm games. I don't give a shit about Naruto. Well, I kind of do. I watched it briefly when I was a kid, and I know a lot of the characters. But the Naruto games have always been great. Like, Naruto has some fucking awesome games.
I think my brother used to have Ultimate Ninja Warrior too, and we played the hell out of that.
And there's apparently an Ultimate Ninja the Switch is almost getting too many games, because I didn't even know that they released the Ultimate Ninja Storm trilogy on Switch. Did you know that?
I feel like at one point I did, but then I forgot. Because I remember seeing some news about it, but I was like, neat, I don't care, because that was me. But for other people, I'm sure that's like radical.
That's the wrong item.
It exists. It's probably been ported to the Switch. No, it's not true, because Doom 1 and 2 aren't on Switch, for whatever fucking reason. God, I would love Doom 1 and 2 on Switch, and Final Doom. Why ain't they on Switch, eh? Mr. Romero? Mr. Carmack?
Do they own the license?
Probably not. But
But you're gonna blame them anyway.
They could probably revive Daikatana and, like, you know...
Do it right.
oh, Christ.
Because the thing about, like, most games that were ambitious, it's like, this could have been good, but it's either they didn't have the funding for it or their ambitions were too high with the technology.
I want a copy of Daikatana on N64. Is that getting expensive? Let me find out. There's something about shitty games that they tend to be pricey.
They're trying to... It's because the vendor's trying to protect you, like, alright, I put an $80 paywall. Are you sure you want to be hurt? Yes, okay.
Alright, yeah, it is pretty pricey. Yeah, it's $40 loose. A complete in box is $130. But, like, that's hard to... I understand that more because it's hard to get a complete game with the Nintendo 64, because nobody kept the boxes for those.
I know sometimes people collect games just to say so, but I can't imagine spending $130 on a game that I'm not gonna like or I know is terrible. Like, yes, my $130 polished turd that I put on my bookshelf.
Dude, you can say that, but I don't give a shit. I would pay a ton of money for the CDI Zelda and Mario games. I want them. They are... Like, once I've collected those games and a CDI to play them on, I feel like my collection would be complete.
Yeah, Master Sword time and no shield, because I don't fucking need that.
Hell no! Walk 'em up!
You're still there, because I swear, as soon as you finished that Philips CDI, I thought, like, it cut out for a second, so I was like, oh no, Philips CDI got him.
I wish Nintendo just had it in them to reference those games once. Just for the internet.
I feel like legally and morally they won't.
Who owns the right? No one owns the rights to those games. You think Philips retained the rights to fucking the CDI Zelda games?
Look, in 80 years when they go to a court case, they'll be like, actually, one time we did work together, and they could use that to, like, I don't know, maybe get, like, a future dollar in their bank. I still think it's a moral thing. They're just like, we're just not gonna acknowledge that. How about that? Okay, cool.
Man, I would just one little reference. Like, just one. That's all I want.
Nintendo has they'll have a presentation, but instead of a Nintendo Direct where they announce like new and upcoming projects that get the fans excited, it's just like a Nintendo Direct titled Our Greatest Failures, and then they could probably like mention it there.
That would be fun, but it would probably be a horrible business decision. I would like it if Nintendo like joked about themselves a little bit more. They kind of did it, like Reggie specifically seemed to do it a bit, like with I remember the Robot Chicken one where the guy was like, come on, give us Mother 3. They still haven't given us Mother 3.
That was a cameo voice line by me, Mugiwara Yoshi, by the way.
Oh wow, it didn't sound a fucking thing like you.
Yeah, but I felt the man in spirit, though. Especially the part where he gets set on fire. That's basically how it feels.
How about this instead?
Oh, and then when he says, what about Star Fox, that's also me when he sets me on fire again.
Don't worry, you'll get that in a couple years, and you'll love it. Got that and the fucking puppet intro. And the Reggie and Iwata fighting one. God, Nintendo had a few, like, really good E3 intros. They don't really do that anymore. They did the Bowser thing this year, but that's about it.
It's because they're all gone.
Yeah.
Reggie retired. Iwata has fucking died.
Oh, poor Iwata. I mean, I guess we have Miyamoto, but
Miyamoto.
He lost it creatively.
Miyamoto, I wasn't gonna say that. Well, okay, maybe. But, like, I was gonna say more like, Miyamoto, like, he doesn't really do, like, jokey stuff. He just kind of exists as, like, a manic pixie, and he just kind of says shit, and sometimes it happens, and sometimes it doesn't.
Big old Dougman really needs to pick up the pace then. He needs to fill some shoes.
He had one appearance so far. He's like, well, no, but we get that a lot. Ha ha ha. We are Bowser and we share the same name and that's it.
It was still charming.
Yeah, it was charming.
I think he has potential.
He needs more directs though, if that's what you're gonna say. Like,
yeah.
He needs to step it up. But give him a direct or two and then you might like and or hate him.
I like him already. I'd be shocked if I ever hated him. He'd have to come out and be like, well, we did want to release this game, but we heard Jacob Russell really wanted it, so we canceled it. And then everybody knocks down my fucking door.
But no, like at that point you could be like, how do you know it was me? And then in the next direct, by the way, the Jacob Russell I was talking about lives in insert address here.
Oh, great.
Photo of you, place where you work.
Ah, great. I'm being stalked by Doug Bowser.
If he did do that, man, he really doesn't have anything better to do, or he doesn't actually do anything in Nintendo of America. But yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll do just fine.
You know, bold.
And I imagine that they could do, like, fancy or, like, goofy E3 openings if they have a project that can lead to it.
Right.
Because, I mean, with Smash, like, all people want is the Smash news. So, that's what it was for me. So when it's like, we're opening up with a new character, I'm like, hope it's a good one. Well, not quite what I wanted, but I'm all for it.
Has any new hero had new character had less fanfare than the hero? Like, no one talks about, like, Banjo overshadowed the hero so much. I understand it's big in Japan, but, like, even, like, the characters who are like, who the fuck is this, like, get some love.
I think probably the character that got the worst reception was Korra.
Probably.
Mainly because it was like a timing thing.
Even then, people still like Fire Emblem, and, like, they were announced alongside Bayonetta.
Yeah, they do like Fire Emblem, but like at the time when he came out, people already felt that there were too many Fire Emblem characters, so when he just showed up, people were like, are you fucking serious, another sword fighter? Even though, in my opinion, he plays the most different out of all of them.
Yeah. I think Robin plays the most different.
Robin's absolutely. Like, him and Robin, like, are the standouts. Everyone else is basically a Marth. And I'll admit that as somebody who loves playing Roy, he's Fire Marth, but that's why I like him.
Fire Marth for a Fire Red.
For Fire Red, like,
Fire Red, oh my god, I forgot about Fire Red.
that'll never die.
I think he did for a while.
Actually, he recently got like a new Pokemon Trainer Red. Actually, recently got a new design because of the Pokemon Masters phone game.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I actually think that looks really interesting, and I actually want to play it.
I'll give it a shot, yeah.
Because I was addicted to Animal Crossing Pocket Camp when I played it for like 3 weeks straight. There was literally a time where I literally would spend like 6 hours just playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
Have you tried Dr. Mario World?
I have not. Is it any good?
It's okay. It's a mobile puzzle game. Not my thing.
I imagine, is it Dr. Mario but on a phone?
Not really. I mean, it's more like Candy Crush. Like, you just have to clear, like, you have super short stages you have to clear. Not actually much like a traditional Dr. Mario game. But, it's just not my thing.
That doesn't sound cool.
It's fun. I mean, it's free. Give it a try. You might like it. It's not really for me.
I don't know. The idea of I'm playing a Dr. Mario game that's barely Dr. Mario doesn't sound appealing to me. Not that Dr. Mario was like, ooh yeah, on my list of best games ever or anything.
Well, I love Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario's fine.
I mean, you still got the pills that you line up to kill the viruses and stuff. It's just that it plays a bit different, and you got these really short stages and all that.
Yeah, well, nobody's near Zelda, so I'm gonna pretend she's safe.
Okay. I'm hungry.
For Zelda.
I mean, yeah. She's very pretty in this game.
Breath of the Wild 2, baby!
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Martin, which amiibo did you knock over?
I really thought he said fartin', and then he went to go. Fartin', be right back.
God damn it.
Big crash in the background. Farting!
Update. He knocked over the Octolink girl.
Oh no.
Yeah, Martin likes to walk on my amiibo shelf, and there's only a little corner. Pikachu and Samus are currently behind the fucking shelf right now. I don't want to get them. We're moving into a bigger apartment in a few months anyway, and then I'll have more room to put my amiibo and my everything.
Yay. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, it's in the same complex. It's just we're moving into a 2-bedroom. Then we're going to have a dedicated game room.
Nice.
Hear that, guests? You don't get your own bed.
Oh, we're getting a futon.
You can have the floor in the hallway.
No, we're getting a futon so you guys can share. I think we have an air mattress. So if you guys want to come down here, you'll have a place to sleep.
So, something I haven't shown much of, probably because the chat would block it anyway, but if you activate your magic and start killing enemies, every 25 or so, you get bonuses like you would get more rupees, you would get more experience depending on how many you killed. It's kind of hard to do in story mode because I kill all the guys around the bosses anyway, and the boss is the only time I'd really use the magic just to get the extra damage.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was like combo bonuses or anything, because I think that would add a little bit more depth to the game.
Yeah.
Did you hit one guy with that big spinny sword thing?
Yeah, the boss.
No, the one he did before. Sleeping bag to Jacob's house. Everybody, come on over. Bring your sleeping bags to sleep on my floor. Don't actually do that. I'm not telling you my address.
And then Doug Bowser's like, oh, really?
I'll tell them your address. Why is Doug Bowser stalking me? Is he my FBI agent?
Your personal one, yeah.
The Master Sword's amazing. I think one of my other weapons is stronger.
Well, according to the plot, it's incredible.
Let's sleep.
Ta-da!
Yeah, over 4,000 kills. That level's long. Epona, get back here!
Are the challenge levels shorter? Or the adventure ones, rather?
For the most part, mostly just because there's no story.
Right, because these... Like, what is really turning me off to this game is how fucking long the levels are. Like, I don't think that I would be able to have fun for, like, a whole level in this game. But the adventure mode seems more... If the levels are significantly shorter, like half the length of a standard, like, story mode level, then that sounds more fun.
And the puzzle's coming together.
Yeah, you can see everybody.
Master Sword, only one. Wow. Okay, so on some of these weapons, there's something blocking the skill. Usually it's like 1,000, 3,000, or 5,000. That's how many enemies you need to kill with that weapon to unlock that skill. In this case, those are blue, which means I need to unlock the ability to exercise these weapons. Like, this is the first time I've seen it outside of, like, one weapon that Linkle has, which I think I sold.
For a second, I thought you meant Link had to unlock the ability to just do some squats.
Yeah, but no, it was like exorcise.
Yeah.